In this video, we will see some of the other features like reusing post, archive classes, calendar, and using Jamboard in Google Classroom. We have multiple classrooms in our G Drive for our multiple classes. For example, if I go here on the main menu, we click on this, we can see different classes we have. So to review for teaching, I have these 3 classes: BSc program Computer Science, BA program, and 4-week faculty training program. So these are my classrooms in which I am a teacher. On the classwork and create tab, we have another option of reusing the post. In reuse post, when we click, it allows us to share a post from one classroom to the other. So for example, I have another BA program classroom, and there I created a website project and I want to use this in my current BSc program Computer Science classroom. So I say create new copies of all the attachments. I select this and I say reuse. So it is reusing the material from my BA program classroom to my current classroom. So it has created the same assignment that I have created in a BA program into my current course, and I say assign to the students. So it has created one more tab, HTML and website development. This was designed in my other classroom but has been reused in my current classroom of BSc program Computer Science. So this is how we can use or reuse the post across the different classrooms. Next, we will see the concept of archiving a classroom. So let's say it's the end of the year and we are done with our teaching of a class. Then we can archive that classroom, because when the classroom is archived, it's archived for all the students and co-teachers in the class. But if we don't archive the classroom, then the students and teachers will be able to see it continuously. So once we are done with the teaching at the end of the semester or at the end of the year for the paper, we can archive the class so that we can use it in further next year or next semester whenever it is needed. So archiving a class is different from deleting a class, because if we delete a class, then we can't access the material that has been posted earlier. But if we are archiving, the classroom is intact and we can restore it later on to view the same material. So teachers and co-teachers can archive a class, but only the primary teacher can delete a class. And students have no rights to archive or delete a class. So this is regarding archiving and how to do it. We can go to classroom.google.com and then we log in through our Gmail account or the G Suite account which we are using to create the classroom. Then we will be able to see all the classrooms that we have created, and we are the teachers or we are the students. Then suppose this is a classroom that I want to archive. I can go to these 3 dots. On going to the three dots, we can see different options that we can move this to some other place, we can edit it, we can copy it, and we can archive it. So I click on archive. Now it will ask that it will be moved to your archived classes because we are finished with the teaching of this course. So I click on archive. It says archiving. So see, this has been removed from my Google Classroom, but if I go here in the main menu, I click and I see archived classes. When I say archived classes, I can see that the classroom that I moved to archived classes is here. Later on, we can just restore it if we need the classroom back for another semester or year. So we can go to 3 dots and then we can restore it from the archived classes folder, we can just copy it, restore it, and we can also permanently delete it if it is now no more needed. So you can delete a classroom only if you have archived it earlier, and archived classrooms can be deleted forever later. But if you want this classroom later on in the next year or semesters, we can just say restore it back. So once I click on restore, it will ask me, do you want to restore? It will be visible in your classes and the classroom menu, and I say yes. Later on, I want to restore it. So there is nothing in my archive classes now. I go back. And now we can see the classroom has been restored from the archived classes. Also, in Google Classroom, now the three icons have been added for integrating Google Meet, integrating Google Calendar, and integrating Google Drive. So, by this icon of Google Meet, we can instantly connect with our students by hosting a Google Meet. When we click on this, we can just instantly start the Google Meet. We don't need to generate the code again and again. And when we click on this class drive folder, we click on this, we can see that all the information that we created in our Google Classroom has been imported to a G Drive folder. So in my G Drive of the G Suite account, I have a folder called Classroom by default, and in that classroom there is a folder of the name of the classroom. We have named the classroom as BSc Program Computer Science first year. So whatever material we have created can be seen from this drive folder as well. The material has been saved in this folder. So this classroom is mapped to a G Drive folder by default. And also we have a Google Calendar in which we can see all the updates. For example, in these demonstrations, we have created 2 assignments in which we gave the deadlines in August. So once we click on Google Calendar, we can cross-check that what are the deadlines coming up and what deadlines we have given to the students for submitting the assignment. So I go to August. So this is the calendar of August, and for assignment on write-up, we gave the deadline for 13th of August. So it is showing here the assignment on write-up is due on 13th of August in my Google Calendar, as well as it is showing the assignment on website development due on 28th of August. So if we are conducting some assignments and quizzes and we are scheduling them, though all those schedules are also visible in the Google Calendar, it's instant that we go to a Google Classroom, open the calendar and see, okay, there is an assignment due or there is a quiz due to be marked or graded. So these are 3 useful functionalities that have been added in classwork of Google Classroom. In Google Apps, in this waffle, we have an interesting app of Jamboard. Once we click on this app, we get an interface which acts as a whiteboard for teachers. So for example, if you want to write some mathematical equations or want to draw something or want to label something, so we can use this Jamboard as a whiteboard for our students. So by clicking on plus, you can create a new jam. So if I click a new jam, it will open a interface for me in which we can just write our text. We have a pencil here or pen here which can write. When we select it, it will write something on this white screen. Then we have eraser, we have a select tool, we have sticky notes. We can put up some comments with sticky notes. We can add an image and we can use laser. So for example, I use pen. We can select the colors and the width of the pen that we want to use. So if I write with the help of a mouse, I can write it, or with the help of a pen in case of touchscreens. So we can write mathematical equations as well. So if we want to explain something to our students, we can use this as a whiteboard. We can erase it. If we want to erase, it is like a duster with the help of a mouse click. And we can add pictures. So if I add picture from here, I say select from my device. Let's say I select this picture. So my image is being uploaded onto the Jamboard. So this is a question. Label the parts of a computer interactive activity. And we can use the pen to explain the concept. Like for example, this is CPU. This is mouse, printer, scanner, and so on. So this is how we can use this interactive board. Here there is a laser pen, so we can show the students, okay, this part we are focusing on. So to point out anything, we can use this laser. So it's very interesting, but we need practice to use this Jamboard. We can just save this jam in our Google Drives with some name, maybe. So we say okay. So now this Jamboard has been saved with the name of so this with the name of label parts of computer. So now we can see how we can use the Jamboard that we used in our interactive class to be uploaded on the Google Classroom. In the classroom, we can create a material section. In the material section, you can add anything from our Google Drive, and we saved our jam in our Google Drive. So we just click on Google Drive, and the Google Jamboard that we have used for our live class, or we can use that Jamboard and say insert. So whatever we have used to explain the concepts while we were online for students, we can attach that jam here, and we can say, for example, so we can add some title, or we can post it under some topic, and we can say post. So now this jam will be available after we post. So if we see the stream, there is an update material, that class on labeling parts of a computer, and once the student goes back, the student can see the Jamboard that was being used in the class for explaining any theorem, any kind of concept, any labeling of diagrams, etc. So this is how we can use the whiteboard in our teaching and just upload that whiteboard concept that we have explained into our Google Classrooms so that in future students can access what we have taught them in the online class. So here we wrap up for Google Classroom. Thank you so much for watching the videos. Stay safe and happy learning.